The beginning of a new year often brings a mix of hope and a heavy realization of financial debt. For many, the joy of the holiday season is followed by the weight of credit card statements and the stress of a depleted bank account. Moving from a cycle of paycheck to paycheck living toward a life of kingdom priority surplus is not just a matter of math, it is a matter of the heart. The goal is to stop viewing money as something to be spent impulsively and start seeing it as a tool for stewardship. By aligning your resources with biblical principles, you can experience a peace that the world's financial systems cannot offer. This process requires a total reset of your habits and your perspective, ensuring that everything you do honors the Lord. The first step in transforming your finances is recognizing that you cannot do it in your own strength. Financial mismanagement often stems from deeper issues like discontentment, fear, or a lack of discipline. Before you look at a single number, spend time in prayer. Acknowledge that all you have belongs to God and recognize the areas where you have been a poor steward of what has been provided to you. This is a moment of confession and renewal. The Bible tells us in James chapter 1 verse 5 that if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. Ask for that wisdom. Ask for the discipline to change your habits and the discernment to know the difference between a need and a want. This spiritual reset ensures that your budget is built on a foundation of faith rather than just a desire for more money. When you invite God into your financial planning, you shift the burden from your shoulders to His provision. Once you have aligned your heart, you must look clearly at your reality. This is the audit phase. Many people avoid looking at their bank statements because they are afraid of what they will find. However, you cannot manage what you do not measure. You must count the cost of your current lifestyle. In Luke chapter 14 verse 28, it is written, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, doesn't first sit down and count the cost to see if he has enough to complete it?" To complete this step, either connect your bank account to a financial tracking app like Monarch, or if you prefer pen and paper, gather your bank and credit card statements from the last 30 to 60 days. List every single recurring expense. This includes rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, and groceries, but it must also include the hidden drains like streaming subscriptions and daily convenience purchases. Create a comprehensive list of every dollar that has left your hand. Seeing these numbers clearly is often the catalyst needed for true change. In a biblical budget, the first priority is not the bills or the debt, it is the tithe. Honoring God with the first part of your income is an act of trust. It is a physical reminder that everything you have belongs to Him. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 9 instructs us to honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruits of all your increase. Identify 10% of your gross income and set it aside before any other category is funded. This can feel counterintuitive, especially if you are currently struggling to make ends meet. However, tithing is a spiritual discipline that breaks the power of greed over your life. It positions you to be a person of generosity from the very beginning. By giving first, you are inviting God's blessing into the remaining 90% of your finances. The fourth step requires you to categorize your spending using a filter of discernment. You must separate your absolute necessities from your discretionary wants. In the modern world, marketing is designed to make every luxury feel like a necessity. To reset your budget, you must return to the concept of daily bread. Review the expense list you created in step 2. Label each item as either a need or a want. A need is something essential for your survival and your ability to work and serve, such as basic shelter, simple food, and transportation. A want is anything that exceeds those basic requirements. Give us today our daily bread. If an expense does not fit the definition of daily bread, it is an area where you can potentially cut back to create the margin you need for freedom. You have the freedom and blessing from God to enjoy His gifts, but never let those gifts become an unnecessary financial burden. Now that you have your priorities and categories, you need a structured plan for your monthly income. A highly effective biblical framework is the 70-20-10 rule. This provides a clear objective for every dollar you earn. This just a rule of thumb, adjust as needed for your personal situation. 5-1. The living allocation. 70% of your income should cover your living expenses. This includes your housing, food, utilities, and basic needs. If your current bills exceed 70% of your income, you are living beyond your means and need to find ways to reduce your fixed costs. 5-2. The future and debt allocation. 20% of your income should be directed toward your financial goals. This includes building an emergency fund, paying off debt, and saving for the future. This is the portion of your money that builds a wall of protection around your family and enables you to be a blessing to others. 5-3. The giving allocation. The final 10% is your baseline for tithing and additional generosity. When you stick to this framework, you ensure that you are living with margin, which is a key principle of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 21:20 states that, "There is precious treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man swallows it up." Do not be the person who consumes everything they earn. In a digital world, it is easy for money to feel invisible. Swiping a card or clicking a button does not carry the same weight as handing over physical cash. To maintain your new budget, you need a system of accountability. Research and select a digital budgeting tool such as Monarch or Empower that allows you to create virtual envelopes. These tools allow you to partition your money into specific categories based on your plan. When you spend money on groceries, you subtract it from the grocery envelope. When that envelope is empty, you stop spending in that category for the month. Using these tools turns your financial plan into a living guide for your daily decisions. It gives you an immediate answer to the question of whether or not you can afford a purchase. One suggestion is, to truly break old habits, a period of intentional sacrifice is necessary. A 21-day no discretionary spend fast is a powerful way to reset your relationship with money. During these 3 weeks, you commit to spending money only on absolute essentials, like rent, utilities, and a basic grocery list. During this fast, there is no dining out, no online shopping for those not on your needs list, and no entertainment expenses. Any money you would have spent on these things is redirected immediately toward your debt or your savings. This fast serves two purposes. Practically, it provides a quick infusion of cash to jumpstart your goals. Spiritually, it forces you to find your satisfaction in Christ rather than in consumerism. It helps you realize how little you actually need to be content. A budget is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process of management. To stay on track, set aside time once a week for stewardship review. During this time, look at your spending from the past 7 days. Compare your actual spending to the limits you set in your digital envelopes. If you overspent in one area, adjust another category to compensate for the next week. Use this time to pray over the coming week's expenses. This habit prevents small mistakes from turning into major setbacks and ensures that you remain an active manager of the resources God has placed in your care. Take a minute each non-Sabbath day to check your bank balance, not out of fear but to hold yourself accountable. What you track is what you improve. Debt is often described in the Bible as a form of bondage. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7 tells us that the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. To be fully free to serve God and others, you must eliminate debt. Build a basic debt and savings plan. When you begin to free up money through cutting wants and completing the no-spend reset, you will have extra funds that can be directed toward your most important goals. The first goal for many people is a small emergency fund so that unexpected expenses do not push them back into debt. A common starter amount is $1,000, adjust slightly up or down depending on your situation. Once you have a small emergency fund, focus the majority of the remaining extra money on paying down high-interest debt. Choose a method that fits your personality, such as paying off the smallest balance first to gain momentum, or targeting the highest interest rate first to save the most money over time. What matters most is consistency and commitment. Once the debt is paid off, grow the emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses to be prepared for the difficult seasons in life. The final step is to plan for the future with joy. Financial peace is not just about paying bills, it is about being prepared. Beyond a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, it is prudent to have a savings account set aside by saving a small amount each month for these like house and automotive repairs. By doing so, you prevent them from becoming emergencies that force you back into debt. As you see your savings grow and your debt disappear, take time to celebrate the progress you have made. Use a small portion of your surplus to bless someone else anonymously. This reinforces the habit of generosity and reminds you that the ultimate goal of your financial reset is to be a more effective servant of God. You are no longer controlled by your finances. You are a steward of them for His glory. By following these 10 steps, you are doing more than just fixing a bank account. You are transforming your lifestyle to reflect your faith. You are choosing the path of wisdom and discipline over the path of impulsive consumption. As you continue this journey, remember that God cares about the details of your life. He is a provider who rewards those who are faithful with what they have been given. If you found value in these steps and want to continue learning how to honor God with your resources, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Press the notification bell so you never miss a guide on biblical stewardship and financial freedom. Please note that the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Always conduct your own research.